Good day to you all, my friends. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season, and I'm especially honored that you are spending it with me here on my humble little YouTube channel. I'm honored. So I was going through my fragrance shelf today, looking through, trying to figure out what I wanted to cover for this video. And I started looking over this bottle and I was like, man, I don't give that one enough love. Maybe I could fit that one into something. And then I got to another bottle and I thought the same thing. And over again, I was like, man, maybe I should just fit these into a category. And then it made me think, these fragrances, I don't see very many people talking about these whatsoever. They do talk about them some, but they're just not put out there like I feel like they should. And that's what I wanted to make this video about. 7 awesome fragrances that not enough people are talking about. And like I said, I know I'm not blazing any new trails. These fragrances are discussed on other channels, but you just don't see them pop up very often. So sit back, enjoy yourselves, take some notes, and let's go. Alright, so this first fragrance is making its debut on this channel. I've been looking for an excuse to show it off, and I'm going to do it right now. And it actually comes with a really awesome story. It is a niche fragrance from the house of Etat Libre d'Orange. This is Tom of Finland. I'm going to start this off by saying, do not Google Tom of Finland, and I'll tell you why. I had been looking into Etat Libre for a little bit, and I decided I wanted to blind buy from them, but I didn't know what I wanted to get, so I looked through, I was like, man, they're expensive, and I was strapped for cash. So I saw Tom of Finland was one of their less expensive fragrances, so I bought it. I was like, okay, that sounds pretty good. I got it in, and I reviewed it on my TikTok, and somebody put in the comments, don't Google it. So what do? I Google it. Come to find out, what I didn't know, that Tom of Finland is actually an artist who specializes in homosexual erotica. And so, I had no clue about that at all. So if you want to know what homosexual erotica smells like, apparently it smells like this. But having said all that, it smells really good. This is a very mature and professional scent. It's got some pretty challenging notes in here, but overall they do jive pretty well together, I think. The top notes are lemon, and they've got some aromatic like aldehydes in there. But once it starts getting down into the mid and base notes, that's where it starts really opening up. Some of the mid notes include some birch and cypress and geranium. And then once you get down into the base notes, you've got suede, vanilla, iris, musk, vetiver, a couple things like that. So you can see some of those more mature fragrances in there. I get a good amount of longevity out of this. It's best for the office and probably older guys wearing this to formal events or out to business meetings, whatever you want to call it. But Tom of Finland is actually a really good fragrance, and you can actually get this on Joma Shop. This is a 50 milliliter bottle that I got pretty cheap back in the day, I say about a year ago, but you can actually get this for $45 and some change. For a niche fragrance, that is incredible. $45 and change. That's like what you buy something from Mont Blanc or something. So Etat Libre d'Orange, Tom of Finland, really good thing to look into. I'm sorry, wait, don't look into it. Just think about if you want to buy it or not. Next up for fragrance number 2, we have a designer fragrance from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. And when it comes to YSL fragrances myself, I can't get on board with all of them. Some of them I absolutely love. The YSL Y line, my absolute favorite from that house. But some of the other ones that exist, I'm just not fully on board with. But this one in particular, I think slides under the radar a little bit and needs to be put out there. That is YSL's Opium Pour Homme. This is a really great professional and mature fragrance yet again. It is kind of a mixture. When I first sprayed it, it seemed a little bit confusing because it was a mix of sweet, spicy, and powdery, but it all tied in together somehow. It was so great and very unique. So whenever you first spray it on, you're hit with some black currant, that nice sweet that nice sweet black currant, along with some star anise. Star anise you don't find in many fragrances at all, but it's kind of a mixture between spicy and herbaceous. But then as it dries down, you've got some pepper, some vanilla, and some cedar in there as well. Now, one thing that does kind of annoy me about this fragrance is the atomizer. Look at that. This atomizer kind of looks like one of those cheap hairspray sprayers that you would buy at Walmart or something like that. I'm just like, man, come on, bro. You can do better when you're a top of the line designer, but it's all about what's in the bottle, right? And I still appreciate it. You can find this particular fragrance for around $80 to $95 depending on where you search and depending on if they have it in stock. This is going to be a professional setting fragrance, more for spring and summertime, and it gets about, I would say, 8 hours, so worth looking into. Next up, we're going with an affordable fragrance from the house of Mont Blanc. I purchased this fragrance for $45, and that was retail, so you can probably find this one cheaper online if you know where to look. This one is Mont Blanc Legend Night. In terms of, fragrances that not enough people talk about, this is probably going to be the one that you see the most of any of these fragrances that are discussed on this list. But the reason I bring this one up is because this one is usually overshadowed by Legend and Legend Spirit, and even the Legend Eau de Parfum that's recently come out in the last couple of years. It seemed like this one kind of got left by the wayside, but it shouldn't, because it smells really good. It is an aromatic, woody vanilla fragrance. It's got some top notes of cardamom, some bergamot, and then as it starts drying down, you get some apple, lavender, vanilla, and patchouli. Okay, I think this is a great fragrance for guys that want to that are a little bit younger and are wanting a good night out fragrance that is really easy to get compliments with. It's not groundbreaking by any means, okay, but it is really decent for what you're paying for it. Now, this is a 5-hour longevity fragrance, but like I'm saying, the justification comes by the price you're paying for it. So in a sense, you kind of get what you pay for in terms of the performance. But when it comes to the actual scent profile, you get way more than what you're paying for. Legend Night, better for a night out, and definitely probably going to be better for the colder weathers, early spring type of months. So there you go, Mont Blanc Legend Night. Here we go with fragrance number 4, and we're going back to a niche fragrance. And actually, I think 4 out of the 7 fragrances in this list are going to be niche, so that's okay. They still need to be talked about. But this one is definitely going to be the most exclusive and the most expensive one on this list. But I promise, if you like amber fragrances, then you are going to want to get this one. From the house of Tiziana Terenzi, it is Hail Bop. I saw this covered on some random Instagram post of the top 10 amber fragrances on the market. This was listed on there and it caught my attention. So I went to Neiman Marcus. They do carry this particular fragrance and the rest of the Tiziana Terenzi line. I smelled it and I was in love. And guys, I kept my eye on this bottle for over a year until I was able to afford it, and I don't regret it. Like I said, if you appreciate amber fragrances, that's going to be this, because it is centered around amber with some gourmandy and aromatic notes. It's got some nutmeg, cinnamon, lemon, some vanilla, geranium, amber, sandalwood, and musk. That's a lot of notes in there, but all of these work great. And it's a very unisex fragrance as well, so ladies, get turned on to this one as well. I kind of call this the one eau de parfum for Dolce & Gabbana. If it could grow up to be anything, it would be Tiziana Terenzi's Hail Bop. But what it lacks is the tobacco note from the one eau de parfum and the affordability of eau de parfum. But what it definitely makes up for is performance, because the one only gets 4 hours of longevity. This one gets 10 hours of longevity with 3 sprays and heavy projection. But let's go ahead and get down to it. What is the price of this fragrance? If you go and find this Retail, you're going to be paying $455 easily, okay? I was able to find a great deal on this myself. I bought this one on a good day for $191. It was on sale at maxaroma.com, which is one of the only fragrance websites that I've been able to find that regularly stocks this. The rest of them are sold out. As of this video, they are selling it for $278. Some of those deals that I had have kind of gone away. But Tiziana Terenzi Hale Bop, oh my gosh. Guys, this is, it is so good. I love it. Check it out. Moving right along to fragrance number 5, we're going to go with another niche scent from the house of Wilgermain. I don't see very many people talking about this house or this particular fragrance, but it definitely needs to be discussed. This is Inconfessible by Wilgermain. It is a very versatile scent and unisex. I think it's incredibly lovely. Now, I do have one complaint. I've got to take this up with Fragrantica, and that is this is rated incredibly low, as a matter of fact. They rank this as a 3.42 out of 5, and I think it should at least be a 4 out of 5 myself, but I'll tell you in just a second why I'm not going to rank it as a 5. But what does it smell like? The top notes are pepper and ginger. Really spicy and invigorating, you know. As it dries down, you've got some cardamom to give it some sweetness in there, but you've got cedar, some woody notes, and patchouli down on the bottom. And man, it's all of those things just kind of really enliven you and kind of energize you whenever you smell this. Now, the problem comes why it's not ranked as why I wouldn't rank it myself as a 5, and this is why more people ranked it lower, is the price to performance ratio, okay? If you go on twistedlily.com and use my coupon code RAFScents10, RAFScents10, you will get 10% off store-wide. Anything that is on that website, you will get a sweet discount on. But when you use that discount, you're going to be paying around $200 for this bottle, and the scent only lasts about 4.5 hours. Maybe 5 if it's a good day. But that's something you've got to contend with, is the poor performance of this scent. Luckily, I didn't pay for it. This was actually sent to me as a gift from Twisted Lily to review and go over with my followers. So guys at Twisted Lily, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the gift. I do wear this regularly, and I'm a very heavy sprayer with this. I go with 8 sprays when I spray this on. But Wilgermain Inconfessible, look into it. If you need to get a sample of it, it's definitely worth getting a sample for sure. Here we go, fragrance number 6, and we're going back to the house of Mont Blanc, and I'm going to be talking about my absolute favorite fragrance that Mont Blanc has ever put out. And I'm not saying that I'm blazing a trail. I'm not saying that nobody else is talking about this, but I haven't seen it. And I'm telling you, if you are a fragrance influencer and you are watching this and you do not have this fragrance, you are missing a golden opportunity, because this one needs to be bigger than it actually is right now. This is Mont Blanc Emblem Absolu. I do hate this bottle. I do think this bottle kind of sucks, but oh my goodness, this is so good. I like this better than Mont Blanc Explorer. I like this better than Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, more than Mont Blanc Individual. This is a great, sweet, outdoorsy type of fragrance. It's got some pear, mandarin orange, some honey, and lavender in some of those top and mid notes. But down on the base, you've got some patchouli, vetiver, and moss. That's where that earthiness and kind of just overall outdoorsy feel comes into play. I think about this like I grew up in North Carolina, and I remember the seasons when it would first start to get cold, right around early to mid-November. It would start to get really chilly. There would, all the leaves would be falling off of the trees. But I remember that outside, especially around a forest or some woods, would just have this smell of kind of sweet, dry wood coming in from all around you. And that is what this smells like to me. It's just a warm, outdoorsy vibe, but it's dry. It's not really deep. It's not rich and it's not going to sit heavy on your skin. So you can actually get away with this particular fragrance in a number of situations and even in a number of seasons. I've worn this in the summertime and been just fine with it. But it lasts about 6 hours and you're only paying about $40, $45 for this one. I'll leave some links in the descriptions below as always so that you can find where you can purchase this one yourself. But guys, Mont Blanc Emblem Absolute, please put this in your collection. You will love it. Fragrance number 7. Let's finish this off with another niche scent. And just like the Wilgermain, I'm going to have to take some issue with Fragrantica because they ranked this one as a 3.11 out of 5. I'm going to tell you once again why I think it needs to be ranked a little bit higher, but not all the way at a 5. Just trying to be honest with you guys. But it is an affordable niche scent. From the House of Alexander J, we have the Majestic Oud from their Art Deco collection. Now, some people are giving this a lot of crap because it is a very challenging opening, okay? It is incredibly sweet when you first spray it on. I'm talking blackcurrant, raspberry, some apple, bergamot, lemon, and melon. Holy cow, that is a lot of sweet, fruity notes. But then as it dries off, you get some patchouli, some amber, musk, and of course the oud. Now, when I spray this on personally, I did spray it on, which one? Yep, that one. There it is. I did spray this on a little bit earlier because I wanted to skin test it. Yet again, I do that with my fragrances from time to time. I just randomly spray them on at night and just kind of experience them. And this one, it is challenging up front. And as an oud scent goes, it's not the typical oud that you would get. I definitely think that this is a more unique type of woody fragrance. You get a little bit of oud in there, but the scent profile comes off more like mesquite, almost like you're sitting beside a smoker cooking some food outdoor rather than actually getting that deep woody oudy type of type of scent profile that you're used to with things like carved oud or royal oud, anything like that. But overall, I still think it is pretty good. And this bottle right now you can get on FragranceX.com for $70. This full 100 milliliter bottle, $70. It's a great niche fragrance to have in your collection and it lasts about 6.5 hours. But the scent profile is what's holding back the score on Fragrantica. It's challenging, okay? It's not everybody's favorite. But if you like mesquite wood, that mesquite scent kind of goes away and then it does get into the more oud type of vibe that everybody is more familiar with. So if that is okay with you, then look into getting this. $70, you're not going to go wrong for a niche scent. And there we go, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this list and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget that anytime I make videos such as this where I'm listing fragrances, I'm always putting these fragrances in the description below. The names of the fragrances in the order that they appeared, along with links to where you can purchase these fragrances, inexpensive and reliable, okay? So please go and check out these links. A lot of them are affiliate websites of mine. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. I really do hope that you would shop from there. JomoShop.com, TwistedLily.com, those are my 2 affiliate links. I do get a little bit of commission, but I promise I am not going to sacrifice my integrity to bring you the most quality references to websites and good prices that I can. The next time I see you is going to be right around Christmas. So until then, please stay safe. Please take care of yourselves and remember how much that this guy loves you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, all of those good mushy things. Take care.